everyone, and welcome back to The Marketplace and I. In this video segment, I want to return to Scott Bleasdale's work. You may remember Scott's work from the teaser video that we posted, but today I want to talk about his paintings in a bit more depth and help us to understand his experiences in the marketplace when he has autism. So let's go back round this corner here and we'll see Scott's work in more detail. So just round here, and here are Scott's three beautiful paintings. They are reflections of the same image repeated over the three paintings in slightly different ways. And so I'm going to talk about the three of them in more depth. The top one is called Claustrophobia. The slightly larger one with colour at the bottom is called Embarrassment, and the darker one is called Anger. So let's talk about them in a bit more depth. To get me up there, I'm just going to stand up on this chair. So sorry for the shake there, but that hopefully helps you to see claustrophobia in a bit more depth. So this has been done in soft pastels. It's got beautiful tones around it, and as you can see, it is quite a claustrophobic shaped piece of work. The buildings, the people, they all seem to be sort of encroaching in on Scott, who is here in the centre under his umbrella. He says that the way that everything's almost closing in and engulfing him is representative of how he feels claustrophobic in the marketplace. He feels almost closed in by the noises and how he becomes overly sensitised, or his senses become overloaded whilst in the marketplace, by the crowds, by the noise, by the music of the shops, etc. In particular, this is shown through the megaphone here, where it's directing that noise directly at him, again showing that overly sensitised senses that Scott is experiencing. He says that he hides himself under an umbrella almost for protection, but in many ways it's a flimsy protector, as it doesn't really help him with his feelings of claustrophobia in the marketplace. Interestingly, a visitor that came to visit the exhibition the other day was talking about how Scott seems almost closed in, but also quite small in this painting. He's almost engulfed by the people around him. And she said that that's really, really strange, and it really does sort of signify that feeling of claustrophobia that he's trying to communicate here, that he's almost been covered by the scene around him. And she contrasted that by his painting Embarrassment, which we'll just look at now. Excuse the shake, sorry, as I just come down from that chair. So this is Embarrassment, and as you can see, Scott is almost larger in this painting. It is a watercolour, and it's got much brighter and very, very beautiful tones again used throughout. But that bright umbrella almost spotlights Scott in some ways. And the visitors noted how he seems larger, almost out of place, sticking out, much more noticeable than he is in Claustrophobia. And she also noted that you can see his body tension. You know, he's almost white-knuckled as he's grasping his protective umbrella. For Scott, he said that this shows he knows that he's not actually embarrassed. He knows that people aren't mocking him, but he gets that feeling of almost hotness under his collar when he's in the marketplace, as he feels that everybody is aware of him, everybody's looking at him, everyone's pointing at him, almost like they're aware that he has autism and that he's feeling uncomfortable in his surroundings. He says he knows deep down that that is not the case, but that he can't help that feeling of embarrassment, that feeling of feeling like he's out of place, that he's standing out from the crowd. So that is the two of Scott's paintings. His final one here is called Anger, and this is a much more introspective piece. It's been done completely in ink, and you can see it's a much darker and a much more personal piece of work. In particular, Scott said that in the latter two, in Claustrophobia and Embarrassment, he was projecting other people's emotions onto himself, whereas here this is very much how he feels in the marketplace. He feels anger not at the marketplace, but anger at himself for not being able to integrate, engage, and just sort of enjoy the marketplace as all those around him are. He feels isolated, fearful, and angry at that. And so that is a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of the three images, or a bit more depth of the three images from Scott. I think it's really interesting, and I know Scott isn't angry at the marketplace, but I do think awareness of the feelings of claustrophobia, embarrassment and anger by marketplace actors such as companies, fellow consumers, and how these emotions can be felt and these experiences can be experienced for persons with autism or for persons with maybe sensory disabilities. I think that's a really important insight that can hopefully help us to move forward and maybe just appreciate autistic experiences in the marketplace and disabled experiences in the marketplace going forward. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next segment of the Marketplace Now. Thanks again, guys. Bye.